You're listening to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio. For more great content, including bonus videos of events in and around Paris, please join us on Patreon. Hello, and welcome back to Don't Miss This, your weekly roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris this week. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, the creator and founder of the Paris Underground Radio Podcast Network. Welcome to the Season 4 finale of Don't Miss This. Season 5 will begin in January, but if you're afraid of missing out on what's happening in Paris each week while we're on break, never fear. I'm going to keep putting out weekly episodes over on Patreon, and they'll be ad-free. Head over to patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio for more details. But what about this week, you ask? Well, we'll discover gold and jewels from all over the world, fall in love with cinema, and add a little coffee to our fairy tales. Fight alongside the Radium Girls. Spend a late night in a music-filled art gallery. Taste gourmet food of all sorts, from vegan to African to made in France and beyond. Get your cosplay on, and so much more. This week's edition of Don't Miss This covers the week of Sunday, November 27th through Saturday, December 3rd, 2022. If you've ever been interested in the Italian Renaissance, Venice seems like the perfect place to discover it. And if you can't make it all the way to Venice, why not bring Venice to us? Beginning this month, the Galleria Giorgio Franchetti in Cadoro, built along Venice's Grand Canal and home to a great Italian art collection, will be closing its doors for renovation. And while that's bad news for Venetians, it's great news for us. Beginning on Wednesday, November 30th, the Cadoro Chef d'Œuvre de la Renaissance à Venise, or Cadoro Masterpieces of the Renaissance in Venice exhibit, will open at the Hôtel de la Marine with more than 70 pieces on display. You'll find work from Pisanello, Tintoretto, Titian, Alessandro Vittoria, Bartolomeo Bellano, Andrea Riccio, and many others. You'll even have the chance to see the painting of Saint Sebastian by Andrea Mantegna, a piece that hasn't left the walls of the Cadoro in more than a century. Cadoro, Chef d'Œuvre de la Renaissance à Venise, will be at the Hôtel de la Marine from Wednesday, November 30th through March 26th, 2023. And more information can be found at hotel-de-la-marine.paris. That's hotel-de-la-marine.paris. If that last exhibit whet your appetite for treasure from a foreign land, head over to the School of Jewelry Arts for Or et Trésors, or Gold and Treasures, a new exhibit featuring jewelry, accessories, and goldsmithing masterpieces from over 3,000 years ago. Organized in conjunction with Van Cleef Arpels, this exhibit will showcase Chinese craftsmanship from the Menjie Shun private collection. Presented to the European public for the very first time, these ornaments and jewels are an ode to art, but also to science. This exhibit will explain the particularities and properties of gold, as well as the different techniques used to create these Chinese masterpieces, and the meanings of the symbols that inhabit them. Through these treasures, you are invited to discover the history and culture of ancient China through the gold and precious stones that have survived the centuries. Or et Trésors will be at the École des Arts Joailliers from Thursday, December 1st through April 14th, 2023, and is free to attend. More information can be found at l'écolevancleefarpels.com. That's LECOLEVANCLEEFARPELS.com. If the idea of winter in Paris makes you want to curl up with one of your favorite movies, I have a treat for you. On Thursday, December 1st, 25 legendary films will be broadcast free of charge in cinemas all across Paris. All you have to do is head to the We Love Cinema website, select which film you'd most like to see, and enter to win. 5,000 people and their plus ones will be chosen. So, what can you watch? Well, films like Alien, Apocalypse Now, Batman, The Challenge, Edward Scissorhands, E.T., Fight Club, Forrest Gump, Gladiator, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Once Upon a Time in the West, Interstellar, Les Intouchables, Léon, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, The Fifth Element, Le Fabuleux Destin d'Amélie Poulain, The Lion King, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Silence of the Lambs, Matrix, Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, Scarface, and The Truman Show. We Love Cinemas will be in all MK2 cinemas in Paris on Thursday, December 1st, beginning at 7:30 p.m., and is free to attend. Enter to win by November 30th at welovecinema.bnp Paribas. That's BNP PARIBAS. If you're looking for an alternately unique way to spend your evening on the 1st of December, might I suggest a nocturne at the Musée National Eugène Delacroix. During this special late-night opening, you'll be serenaded by the talented students of the Essex Symphony Orchestra while you wander the museum and its exhibits, including the Temporary Delacroix and Color exhibit, which runs only through the end of the month. Museum employees will be on hand to answer your most burning questions, share insights into the work, and to reveal all the secrets of the painter and his museum, including many unpublished anecdotes. Musée Delacroix, une nocturne artistique et musicale, will be at the Musée National Eugène Delacroix on Thursday, December 1st from 5:30 to 9 p.m. and costs €7 to attend. More information can be found at musée-delacroix.fr. That's musée-delacroix.fr. Maybe it was all a dream. Beginning on Thursday, December 1st, Unlock Dreams Factory unveils a new immersive theater experience, Radium Girls Beauté Mortelle, or Radium Girls Deadly Beauties, which is based on the Radium Girls, American workers in the 1920s who were responsible for painting watches to make them phosphorescent, who ended up banding together and filing a massive lawsuit against their employer after developing cancer. As you dive into history, you'll discover the, quote, prisms of each of the characters in the scandal, end quote, so you can better understand their plight. Radium Girls Beauté Mortelle will be at Le Dédale from Thursday, December 1st through December 25th, and will last about an hour and 15 minutes. It costs €55. For more information, including ticketing, please visit unlockdreamsfactory.fr. If the Cas d'Oro and Art et Trésor exhibits have you yearning for something sparkly of your very own, you may enjoy the new Mineral Expo Paris with its wide array of crystals, fine and precious stones, meteorites, and fossils for you to peruse and purchase as you see fit. You'll find more than 200 exhibitors, creators, sellers, and experts at stands displaying rough stones like minerals and crystals, cut stones like gems, or fossils and meteorites. You'll find handcrafted, one-of-a-kind pieces created by talented jewelers, and raw stones from which you can create your very own. There will even be a designer's area where you can have your choice of stone mounted according to your taste. And you'll have the chance to discover lithotherapy, an ancestral technique using the properties of stones and crystals to bring well-being. Mineral Expo Paris will be at the Espace Charenton from Friday, December 2nd through Sunday, December 4th. And more information, including ticketing, can be found at mineralexpoparis.com. You know, we've gotten some ways into this podcast and have yet to talk about one of France's favorite topics, food. Well, let's change all that. Beginning on Friday, December 2nd, you can head to the Salon Saveurs des Plaisirs Gourmands, or the Flavors of Gourmet Pleasures Salon, where you'll find gourmet cuisine and new gastronomic and delicatessen products from all over the world. For 4 days, 250 producers and wine growers will present their finest products, things like dried bonito, matcha tea, maple syrup from Canada, Portuguese charcuterie, chili paste from Guyana, and of course, the best local products France has to offer. You'll also find the Food Lab with its culinary innovations, and the best products will win Profit de Saveur. There will also be a happy hour on Friday evening. The Salon Saveurs des Plaisirs Gourmands will be at l'Espace Champéret from Friday, December 2nd through Monday, December 5th. Tickets online are €7 and on-site are €10. And more information can be found at salon-saveur.com. That's salon-saveurs.com. Now that we've filled our bellies, let's get into the holiday spirit with a new Christmas village at Hôtel de Ville. You'll find a mini market, Christmas lights, and free rides. Amidst the sparkling forest of fir trees, the wooden decorations made by the lumberjacks of Paris, and the festive projections on the building's facade, you'll also find activities for young and old, like sledding, wall climbing, carousel riding, and climbing on a wooden horse, as well as chalets filled with mulled wine, pretzels, chocolates, and other artisanal Parisian products with the Made in France label. Rumor has it, you can also meet Santa Claus on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and every day during school holidays as he has so generously arranged his schedule. As a side note, the fir trees you'll find here in the forecourt of the town hall come from sustainably managed nurseries in Paris's Horticultural Production Center and in the forest of Morvan. Some of them are in pots and can be reused in years to come, while others will end up as mulch in the city's green spaces. Paris Enchanté will be at the forecourt of the Hôtel de Ville from Friday, December 2nd through January 1st, 2023, and will end each night at 11:45 p.m. in an effort to preserve energy. More information can be found at paris.fr. More Christmas markets, you say? Well, they're everywhere this season, so I'll just share one more. Actually, this is more of a 3-in-1, at the Hasard Ludique. Covering the 300-meter square open-aired space, you'll find 3 times the Christmas markets, 3 times the designer selections, and 3 times the mulled wine. First up is the Ubuntu Christmas Market on Saturday, December 3rd and Sunday, December 4th, which will feature the know-how of African creators through a collaboration with Je Consume Noir, the Association of French-Speaking Black Businesses. Next is the Made in the 18th Christmas Market on Sunday, December 11th, where you can support local artisans and their creations. You'll find clothing, accessories, decorations, jewelry, stationery, and delicacies, all made in the 18th arrondissement. And third is the Gros Marché on Sunday, December 18th, where you'll find vintage, made in France, and eco-responsible gifts. The Marché de Noël Ubuntu, le Marché de Noël made in 18e, and le Marché de Noël by the Gros Marché will be at the Hasard Ludique over 3 weekends, beginning on Saturday, December 3rd, and are free to attend. More information can be found at lehasardludique.paris. That's LESARDLUDIQE.PARIS. Are you a book lover who's always looking for the next best book? Or an avid reader who'd love the chance to ask their favorite author a question? Well, then you might like my other podcast, Storytime in Paris, where I interview writers with a French connection with questions that come from you, the author's fans and followers. Then, the authors treat us to a reading from their books. Listen now to Storytime in Paris on parisundergroundradio.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll be right back with Don't Miss This, a word from our sponsors. And now, back to Don't Miss This. We're told never to play with our food. But what if that play leads to art? Beginning on Saturday, December 3rd, discover what happens when you combine ink, coffee, and fairy tales in a new exhibit by artist Armand Dard called Contes et Légendes de France. From fairies to witches, heroes to magical beings, these fantastical characters who have roamed forests, mountains, and cities all over France have been immortalized in a series of portraits done in ink and coffee. The artist herself will be on hand on opening night to tell you the tale behind each great legendary French character's portrait. Contes et Légendes de France will be at the Toulouse restaurant from Saturday, December 3rd through December 16th and is free to attend. More information can be found on Facebook. It's not that far of a leap to go from fairy tales and legends to manga and sci-fi. So let's make that leap now, because beginning on Saturday, December 3rd, the Paris Manga and Sci-Fi Show will come to town. For this 32nd edition, you'll find stars from film and television, a cosplay contest, giant karaoke, video games, a car display, and meet and greets with YouTubers and actors alike. With 200 entertainment stands and shops, you'll find all the latest trends live from Japan and the US. This year's guest of honor is none other than MacGyver's own Richard Dean Anderson. Alongside him, you'll also find Mark Williams, better known as Arthur Weasley in Harry Potter, Amanda Tapping from Stargate and Supernatural, Daniel Fogler from Fantastic Beasts and The Walking Dead, as well as YouTubers, musicians, dubbing actors, and more. You can win prizes during the sci-fi quiz, perform in giant karaoke to the rhythm of your favorite anime credits, and show off your fancy footwork on the Just Dance stage. Note that for cosplayers, changing rooms are available, so you can change on-site if you're not quite brave enough to wear your Pokemon head on the Paris Metro. The Paris Manga Sci-Fi Show will be at the Parc des Expositions, Paris Nord Villepinte, on Saturday, December 3rd and Sunday, December 4th, and a one-day ticket is €18. For more information, please visit parismanga.fr. Just a few years ago, if you said you were a vegetarian in France, you'd be offered chicken. But look how far we've come. Veggie World Paris, the vegan lifestyle salon, is coming to the Paris Event Center for 2 days of conferences, cooking workshops, and immersion into the vegan lifestyle. As the largest vegan fair in the world, you'll find more than 150 exhibitors with nearly 1,000 vegan products. Sure, you'll find superfoods and alternates to meat and cheese, but you'll also find a wide range of vegan products like vegan leather, cosmetics, and fashion. In addition, you'll find conferences on topics like a greener world, slow cosmetics, and vegan entrepreneurship, cooking workshops for things like vegan pancakes, omelets, and tempeh tacos, and yoga classes. Veggie World Paris will be at the Paris Event Center on Saturday, December 3rd and Sunday, December 4th, and tickets are €13. More information can be found at veggieworld.eco. That's ECO. Well, that's it for Season 4 of Don't Miss This. I'll be back with another ad-free episode next week and every week during the break over on Patreon, and right back here with Season 5 in January. If you like this podcast, please subscribe so you never miss an episode. And tell your friends, because the more subscribers we have, the more we can grow and the more opportunities I'll have to share with you. If you really want to be supportive, Patreon is a great way to help. Not only will you get weekly Don't Miss This episodes, but you'll also get weekly videos of insider views of some of the best exhibits happening in Paris right now, as well as access to our fabulous book club. Find all that information on patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. You can find me on all socials at Jennyphoria. That's JennyPhoria. I wish you a safe, festive, fun-filled holiday season surrounded by those you love and who love you. Thank you so much for listening, and happy exploring. Don't Miss This is produced by Jennifer Garrity for Paris Underground Radio. For more on this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com.